Hey guys, welcome back to another one. This is a follow-up video to my first video of my little experiment where I'm taking all of my money and I'm converting it from US dollars and moving it into cryptocurrency. For this one in particular, I'm going to move it into BTC, so Bitcoin, but in the future I might try this out to see, what happens if I move it into Ethereum, Cardano, or other altcoins. But that'll be a future video. For this one, I'll just kind of walk you through briefly, if you didn't watch my last video, on how the layout looks. So each month I split it between the 1st and the 14th, and then the 15th through the end of the month. Me personally, I get paid on the 1st and the 15th, and I know most people do as well. So this is how we're kind of going to break it up. In this first column here, the 1st through the 14th, my paycheck is approximately $2,200, and then there's certain savings that are just going to stay in US dollars, so fiat currency. And I kind of wrote them out right here. My Roth 401k, I really don't even see that. That gets deducted right away. It's $200 that just goes into saving for the retirement. And then I have my own personal savings from retirement that I keep in a brokerage account. I put about $200 a month away as well, and it's just another side hobby of mine, is to do some, not even so much day trading as much anymore, but I like buying and holding dividend companies, but every now and again, there are some options trades that I'll make too, but that is a different category and a different hobby. And then of course the emergency fund. I can't stress enough the importance of having an emergency fund. I think COVID caught a lot of people off guard by not having some cash on hand. So just a recommendation from me, not financial advice, of course, but definitely start an emergency fund if you haven't already. It doesn't have to be $100, maybe $20, but I do $100 just to have that cash on hand in case any emergencies do pop up. And then that would leave the rest outside of this initial savings to transfer over to crypto. So I would have $1,700 from my original paycheck of $2,200 to transfer into BTC to start the experiment. And when it was the 1st of July, the price of Bitcoin was about $33,000, $33,420 to be precise, when I would have converted everything to Bitcoin. And then from there, it would just stay in that wallet for the most part until I have to pay my bills. And my bills technically aren't due, because of the way I have my credit card set up, until the 1st of the month. But I'll hit on that maybe more so next video than this video. But I do have the tallies of the expenses for my purchases between the 1st and the 14th of July. So my expenses here, and these are just, paid via credit card. So not necessarily paid at this point in time, but, these bills are my water bill, my electricity, internet, things like that, tallied up to $473 for this first half of the month. My mortgage, I pay it actually on the 1st and the 15th. So this is deducted from my account. My insurance is $300, which is also deducted. And then lastly is the credit card expenses, tallied $297. And the credit card expenses, kind of like I was saying, I don't have to pay that until the very 1st of the month. So the next time I'll have to pay my credit card, just due to the way I have my account set up, is on August 1st. So this column over here technically. And I know my credit card bills are kind of low, but all of our grocery purchases, all of our entertainment purchases over the first 15 days of the month, we also had groceries, entertainment, restaurants, we had gas, miscellaneous online purchases. It only tallied up to $297, so not too bad. I know that'll definitely vary by person. Over the past couple of weeks, we definitely have not done too much, so that's why the credit card bill is a little bit lower. And when you add all of those expenses up, we get a total of $1,520. The difference between, what I originally transferred over to crypto, the $1,700, and all of the expenses, $1,520, gives us a surplus of $180. Now this $180, when modified for the price of Bitcoin at the end of the month, which is $32,252, it's a negative 3.5% decline. So we would have a deficiency of $174. So we would have lost about $6 from, if we just kept everything in US dollars over the first 15 days of July. And we can see that in this chart over here. July 1st was approximately right here, $33,500-ish. So over the course of the month, we had some ups and downs, and we can kind of follow that on the chart. But over the past week, that's when we saw, a bigger drop in the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in general. So this is kind of where we're hanging out right now on the 17th. But on the 15th, it was a little bit higher than where we currently are. So that is the status of the crypto wallet, and this is just the first couple weeks in July. I'll have another updated video here for the latter half of July. You can expect to see that in another 2 weeks or so. But if you have any questions, any ways that I can make this better or improve upon this, please let me know in the comments below. I look forward to seeing what will happen in the rest of the year.